Will Sam Darnold be a successful quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings this NFL season? That's the question that everybody needs to answer, including the Minnesota Vikings, because a large part of their success, a large part of any team's success, is largely dependent on how the quarterback performs. And with Sam Darnold going from system to system, from situation to situation, it is a real question that needs to be answered by the Minnesota Vikings, by national media folks that are making predictions for the upcoming NFL season, and by Minnesota Vikings fans who are trying to remain hopeful for the upcoming 2024-25 NFL season. This take is presented by Hoagland Farm. Contact Hoagland Farms at 952-491-1541 and get the best rotationally grazed 100% grass-fed beef and get 20% off by mentioning the Minnesota Tim podcast. This beef is sold in quarters and halves, and this is the best. If you want great beef, high-quality beef in your freezers today, contact Hoagland Farms at 952-491-1541 and get the best beef in your freezers today and get 20% off your first order by mentioning the Minnesota Tim podcast. Okay, so I've seen a lot of takes revolving around Sam Darnold and the expectations for Sam Darnold and the tone throughout the offseason by the national media predictors, by the insiders, has really been, well, insiders I would say has been glowing. There's been a lot of good reports about Sam Darnold in minicamp, in the OTA session. But as far as predictions go nationally by ESPN guys and the like, they're not very high on Sam Darnold. And, why would they be? He played for the Jets, Panthers, 49ers, now for the Minnesota Vikings. Why would you believe that he would lead the Minnesota Vikings to the playoffs when he's had a situation like he's been in throughout his 7-year NFL career? And I did decide to do a little diving because, all we saw were glowing reports from Sam Darnold. Oh, he's making this throw here, barely any interceptions there. And I was curious because is he just a guy that performs well in mini camp situations, training camp situations, and then can't take it on into the regular season? Like a golfer, a guy that practices well on the driving range, hits every shot crisp, has that club face center contact with the ball every single time, no shanks, and then they get to the golf course and then it's slice time, it's a hook time, 3-putt, 2-chip, penalty shots everywhere. Is he one of those guys? So I decided to Google, I'm pulling it up here so you guys can watch this with me. I decided to Google Sam Darnold and his time with the Carolina Panthers. And a lot of the reports are positive. It says, Sam Darnold has new energy with the Carolina Panthers. Sam Darnold has glowing charisma away from the Jets. Sam Darnold picked off, okay, that's a negative one, but Sam Darnold feels at home and is growing in his new role. Sam Darnold putting Panthers and himself in position for success. For a reason why you should be optimistic heading into training camp for the Carolina Panthers. And it says, Sam Darnold's potential is real. Sam Darnold shines. Sam Darnold in the quarterback battle. Sam Darnold starting to find himself in the Carolina Panthers. Sam Darnold unbothered by the Panthers quarterback pursuit. I don't know what that really means. That may be a year later. Carolina Panthers receivers Robbie Anderson says he sees new Sam Darnold. So a lot of these stories are popping up with Sam Darnold from the Carolina Panthers. So it is possible that Sam Darnold is just a camp guy, okay? He likes to perform well in camp when there's no pressure, when the defense isn't really coming at you, when you're just kind of dilly-dallying and tossing the ball around. So maybe this is why national media folks hate Sam Darnold. But I'm still buying into the hype. Well, is there hype? I don't know. I'm still buying into the possibility of Sam Darnold resurrecting his career with the Minnesota Vikings and having the greatest year of his career and taking this moment and ascending the rest of his career. I believe the chances are real that Sam Darnold has a very good season this year. And because of that, either the Minnesota Vikings will resign him during the regular season so that no other team can pluck him away, and at least he's a good quality backup option for the future for the Minnesota Vikings. Or the Minnesota Vikings will let him walk because they're not going to be able to pay him this number. Because, I mean, hey, if he has a good season, he's going to want to test free agency and get a massive amount of dollars from a team like the Raiders. So I believe that's a real possibility that the Las Vegas Raiders or the New York Giants experiment fails with Daniel Jones, or the Bryce Young experiment fails with the Carolina. He's not going to go back to the Panthers, but you guys get the idea. I believe that a team will come calling for Sam Darnold next offseason if he performs well this year. This is the year that Sam Darnold has the coach. He has the system. He has the wide receivers. He has the running back. He even has a decent defense compared to last year's Minnesota Vikings defense. The Minnesota Vikings have their defense rebuilt with one of the strongest defensive coordinators in the NFL. And now he's got a good kicker. So special teams shouldn't be a problem either. So really, the team is built for Sam Darnold to have a successful campaign with the Minnesota Vikings and ascend his career from here. Now, the biggest question is going to be, can he hold on to the football? Because Alec Lewis had this report in his latest article. It says, Darnold's performance might be as simple as ball security. Among 39 NFL quarterbacks who have thrown 1,000 passes since 2018, Darnold has the second highest turnovers per touch rate, 4.7%, according to True Media, only behind Jameis Winston at 5.3%. Now, is Sam Darnold going to recognize the situation he's in with Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson eventually, probably week 6 to week 10, somewhere in there, Aaron Jones, and is he going to take care of the football? Because that's largely going to be the storyline of this season. If Sam Darnold can take care of the football, be an efficient and effective quarterback, then a team will come calling for his services next offseason and think, okay, Sam Darnold has been unleashed. He has found something with the Minnesota Vikings. And then they're going to try to invest in him, and maybe some team out there will give him a 2 to 3 year deal and give him, I don't know, $17 million to $20 million a year. Because quarterbacks these days are making $30 to $40 million a year. If you could get Sam Darnold for 2 to 3 years and you got a rookie quarterback similar to the Minnesota Vikings situation, or if you're trying to wait a year to draft a guy, then Sam Darnold's that perfect quarterback. So I get why the national media hates the Minnesota Vikings' chances this year and hates Sam Darnold to have a good season this year, because what has he done in the past to prove it? Not much. But with the system in place, with the coaching and the receiving and the running back, I believe Sam Darnold will have his best NFL season in his career, and it will be so good that a team will buy into his services the following offseason. Anyway, I think that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button right there. And thank you for making this podcast a part of your day.